Hi, my name is Jamel Shuford. I am the CEO or Chief Events Officer here at Prism Events, and we're going to be talking some more about locations and the pros and cons of locations for your event. Today, we're going to talk about the out of the box locations. And the out of the box locations are locations that are not a hotel and they're not conference centers, but they are places where if you know where to look, you can have a really good event that people will be talking about because maybe they've never been to an event in a photography studio or an art gallery or a park where there's lots of open green space and you can get a big event tent and put lights and tables and chairs and nice music and have a really, really nice event out in a park, and it won't cost you that much. You can also do an event at a movie theater. Movie theaters are great, especially if you're going to be presenting information to your attendees. It's a built-in AV, it's all HD, it's big screen, you know the quality will be good, and it's already stadium seating, so everyone will have a good seat in the house. Events like this or venues like that are good places to start if you want to have your event somewhere where people may not have been there before and will be talking about your event. So some of the pros for those out of the box type of events is they're probably going to be very, very flexible with their pricing. So as long as you know what your budget is for your venue rental, then you can find an out of the box location where the owner or the manager of that particular location would be willing to rent you that particular venue within your budget. They're also really good because they will allow you to have more a la carte services for your events. So if you are not going to have food and beverage, you don't have to worry about a caterer. Some of these venues are small enough where you won't need a microphone. In cases like the movie theater, your AV, when you rent the space, your AV is pretty much included because there's a big old movie projector in the room. Theater. Speaking of theaters, there's also art theaters or theaters where you have plays and stage plays that also can rent their theater or sometimes their lobby area for events. I've done a couple events in those types of venues as well. And some of the cons for out of the box events locations would be that you would have to deal with different vendors to accomplish different things. So if you did want a lunch or breakfast, then you would have to deal with the caterer separately. Then you would have to deal with the audiovisual person separately. Then you would have to deal with the manager or your point of contact for the particular venue. So we've talked before about hotels and about conference centers where in most cases you only have one person that you have to deal with when you are planning your event. When you're talking about the out of the box types of locations, yes, you may have a lower price point for renting those venues, but then on the other hand, you're going to have to deal with more than one person to plan your event. So you're going to have to, weigh that for yourself and see if you're okay, if you're comfortable with that, if you have the bandwidth to do those types of things, and kind of have different points of contact for different things. But again, if it's right on budget, then it may be worth it. So it's up to you. I'm just giving you the pros and cons and letting you decide for yourself of what types of venue may be best for you and your event. I hope this has been helpful for you. We're going to be answering frequently asked questions every so often. And if you have a question about planning an event, how to plan your event, any types of logistics questions or planning questions, then please, please, please let us know, and we'll get to those questions as soon as possible. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you later.